The staff struck us as very welcoming. So we were impressed right off the bat when we visited. So my sister and I, we toured a couple of communities, and right off the bat, it just felt right for my dad.
Hi, I'm Agnes Stowicki, Managing Editor with Comfort Life. We're speaking with insiders from Canada's leading retirement communities and care providers to uncover insights to community lifestyle, care, culture, and leadership. This includes insights from residents, family members, and administration. This is the Comfort Life Insider Perspective.
Evergreen does a great job in creating a family environment. That was very important to us when we were looking for a retirement home for my dad. He had to be as comfortable in a new environment as he was at home. So, and they certainly achieved that. The amenities, he is not for want for anything. The dining room is terrific. They do a great job with the menu and the actual dishes there. The staff are friendly. Um, and as far as entertainment, they make sure that there is entertainment. There are full amenities, including a spa, uh, and hairdressing salon, etc. So he has everything he needs. Fantastic. Always friendly, very kind. They've been very, very kind to meeting Dad's needs and being very engaged with all of the residents. So it is like family, and they treat their residents like family. Being on his own, he is good with the basics, and certainly the suite offers that. It was clean when we took it. Um, Nothing was in disrepair, and they continue to do a great job in maintaining the suite as needed. The social aspect of my dad's life has really, really skyrocketed. He was alone in his house, as perhaps other seniors might be, and the the social aspect, the finding friends, um, the care, that the staff have given him, it's really given him a boost in his golden years for sure. It's a case of probably you don't know what you're missing until you're in the environment that provides you with the things that you need. And I think my dad discovered that um, after he moved in. There was some hesitancy leaving his house, the house that he and my mom were in for decades. But once he got into Evergreen, he took to it, very, very quickly. My dad's a social guy, and having people around, it really boosted his mental spirits, his emotional spirits, and he found a new Verve by moving there. He does go down periodically for to listen to music. His main social contact are meal times, so he looks forward to seeing his friends at the table. He looks forward to chatting in the hallways as he walks some of the hallways, and certainly the staff. He's always quick with a joke. The staff appreciate that, and there's a lot of terrific, terrific banter throughout the day. I would say a very warm and welcoming community. Friends, family comes to mind. We did take a look at a couple of other retirement communities, and it didn't have that. They didn't seem to have that warm feel as Evergreen did the very minute that we walked in. So, in arranging the tour, in arranging the meeting, We were treated very kindly, and my dad was treated very kindly right from the start. So I think they do a great job of being open, honest, and welcoming. So with my dad being at home, we were always very concerned for his own personal safety as he got older, and his ability to maintain his home and take care of himself. Once he moved into Evergreen, that relief was immediately there, and any of our worries were alleviated. There's medical staff on hand, and at the push of a button, he could have assistance if need be. So, um, as his son, couldn't have asked for more. I would strongly encourage other families to look into Evergreen as um, a viable opportunity for their loved ones, to say it. And then not sure, how else to put that, but it meets every one of my dad's needs and our needs as family, as the support for my dad. And they're very, very helpful in working with the families to make sure that the parent and the loved one is well taken care of. They have suggestions, they will reach out proactively and not just wait for an occurrence or situation, and that contact means a lot. So we've gotten to know the staff very, very well by name, and um, it is, again, very, very comforting to know that dad is being taken care of. Right off the bat, it just felt right for my dad. Proximity to both of us also had a good part of the decision in it, and Evergreen's location was very convenient for us to get to give him a hand, to see him, to visit as needed. And I'd probably also say the amenities. We were impressed with the amenities and the effort that the home put into all aspects of the quality of life for its residents. As I was mentioning, the dining room, the dining staff, the entertainment that they set up for their residents, and the facilities themselves, all were part of the decision. So it was a great all-in package for my dad. We wanted to take a tour of the various retirement communities that were available, and base our decision on the overall offerings of each residence community. Um, the cost also does come into to play because there's I guess a wide variance in the cost of resident uh, communities, retirement communities, and this one met our needs. Have a checklist ready, everything that is important to you as a family and your loved one who will be joining the residence, and make sure that the retirement community checks all the boxes. I think that's the most important. It's critical that the parent, be comfortable. This will be their home, so it's important that it feels like home right off the bat. So, and meets all the needs. I think that would be my advice. It took some convincing. So Dad was very, very settled in his house. There was hesitancy to move to a retirement community where there'd be a lot of people around versus being in your own home and comfortable. So it took some good, solid discussions and some convincing visits. I think the visits were key in helping him see what it could be like, and to actually see the amenities and to get an idea of where he would be going. And once he was comfortable, it was very straightforward from there. It took a little while though, for sure. Uh, During the tours, there were lunches, so he was invited to have lunch there. We were invited to have lunch there to taste the food, to get an idea of the dining room and the meals. Once Dad moved in, there was a nice surprise. They were very, very attentive uh, and really gravitated towards Dad being a Blue Jays fan. So once Dad moved in, absolutely, there was a nice little gift package for him that was all Blue Jays oriented. So that was a wonderful surprise, huge smile on his face, and little touches like that was very nice. Probably would have done it a few years earlier. You know, like you do what you can when your parent wants to stay in their house. I think Dad would have enjoyed being in this retirement community um, a lot. If he had made the move a few years earlier. So I'm happy because my dad is happy being in the place, right? So I think it'd be too easy to say, you know what, we're going to move dad, for our own benefit. So it's easier on us, not to have to run up to his house, et cetera, et cetera. But really, the most important part is that he's happy. And when he's happy, that makes me happy because he worries less, and he's taken care of. So very, very happy with Evergreen. Very, very happy with all the staff there. They've become friends. They've become family. You get to know everyone, and it's very enjoyable having Dad there.
For more information about this community, you can visit their profile at comfortlife.ca.